Welcome. This tutorial is designed to give you an overview of the ITS VoIP web portal. We'll take a look at how administrators can easily view and manage users, call queues, hunt groups, auto attendants, and more. The ITS VoIP web portal is a powerful tool with a variety of capabilities available to manage your cloud PBX experience. Throughout this tutorial, we'll highlight and demonstrate some of the most common features and functions. The ITS VoIP web portal homepage offers helpful views and navigation to your services and features. Here is where you can utilize the Monitor, Coach, and Join feature. You can see a list of current and active phone calls. Click here to listen to a live call. While listening to a live call, a call pop-up window appears where you can coach and/or join in on the conversation. Users and applications. Here is a list of the users and applications that you are assigned. For more information about what each of these are, you can hover over the information icons for a helpful definition. Usage statistics. Here is where you can view your current stats, giving a quick view of your current calls, minutes, average talk time, and text messages. You can see the stats for the current month and compare it to the previous month. Call graph. Here you can see a visual of your activity over the last 2 weeks. This is helpful to see if your call activity is reaching peaks or low points during certain days or times. Call Center tab. The Call Center tab is where you can view and manage your call queues and hunt groups. You can have as many call queues or hunt groups as you need. All of them are listed right here along with a quick view of all the active calls, callers waiting, and idle agents. To quickly edit the agents that are in the queue, find the queue that you would like and click the Edit button. Or you can go to the Call Queue Edit screen for additional editing options by selecting the Edit Queue icon. On the stats grid, you can quickly view helpful statistics that you might post on the wallboard. This gives you real-time information onto how many callers are waiting, average wait time, average handle time, and abandoned calls, and calls answered, and your call volume. The colors represent preset thresholds that are set for these categories. To modify the thresholds, click the Settings button. Select reports to run performance reports on queues and agents. For example, if you would like to run a report on queues, select Queue Stats. Select your date and time range, then select the Settings drop-down menu to choose from a type of information that you would like to include. Here you can select the specific queues to include. Then, select the Print or Download button to generate a report. In the Agents area of the Call Center tab, you can listen in to the agent's live call. Users tab. The Users tab is where you can manage your users and extensions. To edit a user's profile, answering rules, voicemail settings, phone assignments, and more, simply click on the user and use these tabs to navigate to the area you'd like to modify. On the Profile tab for a user, you can change the name, update the user's portal access next to the user's scope, set to record the user's calls, update the caller ID information, change their email address for voicemail to email settings, and update their voicemail PIN. On the Answering Rules tab, you can route calls during certain times of the day and days of the week. Here's where you can modify the user's call forwarding settings. This is helpful, for example, when a user is out unexpectedly. You can also set up to have another phone ring, for example, when we may want to have another cell phone ring during business hours. You can do this by enabling the simultaneously ring feature. On the Voicemails tab, you can enable and manage the user's voicemail settings, including managing the data, greetings, and more. Conference tab. The Conference tab is where you can view and manage your conference bridges. A conference bridge allows people inside and outside of your organization to participate in a conference call. As a part of your service, you can have as many conference bridges as you need. The standard conference bridge size allows for 15 participants in a bridge. From the Conferences tab portal, select the Number of Participants column for a live view of the conference bridge. Here you can see who is in the conference bridge, mute or remove them, and add additional participants. Auto attendants. Automated attendants, also known as auto attendants, are automated greetings with options to route calls. Within the ITS VoIP web portal is an auto attendant builder, which gives you easy access to change recordings and options at any time. Here's a list of all the auto attendants created for your organization. From here, you can edit auto attendant settings and record the auto attendant greeting. For example, to edit an auto attendant, select it here. If you'd like to manage the initial greeting that is played when a caller calls into the auto attendant phone number, click the Manage button next to the intro greeting. Click Add Greeting to assign an intro greeting. You can upload a greeting to be played, or you can have the system call to record your own greeting. Choose text-to-speech to generate an audio greeting with the text-to-speech engine. With this option, you can simply enter your message here, choose the language from the drop-down menu, and then select the voice you would like it to record in. For any of these options, you need to select when you want this message to be played in the timeframes drop-down menu. To add a menu prompt, select the Manage Audio button here. Then choose Text-to-Speech, Upload, or Record. In the dial pad menu area, you can set up how the call's options are routed. Simply fill in the fields and follow the prompts for information to build your auto attendant dialing menu. Call Queues tab. Call queues are a waiting line commonly used for support and sales groups. Callers hear the music on hold while waiting for the next available agent. The Call Queues tab shows you all the call queues and hunt groups configured for your system. Here is where you can add, edit, and delete call queues, add music on hold files to call queues, and configure the agents assigned to the call queues and hunt groups. When setting up or modifying a call queue or hunt group, you will choose between the 5 different ways to route the incoming calls to that call queue or hunt group. Regular and tiered round robin. Route callers to the agents that have been idle the longest period of time. Ring all routes callers to all available agents at the same time. Linear hunt routes callers to the available agents in a predefined order. Linear cascade routes callers to groups of available agents in a predefined order. Call park places callers on hold until an agent retrieves them. Timeframes tab. Timeframes are used to support group services like auto attendance and call queues. A time frame establishes a set of time slots in which a feature can execute specific behavior. They are used to route incoming calls based on the day of week and/or time of day. Time frames are typically used to set your call routing for business hours, after hours, and/or holidays. The Timeframe tab shows all the timeframes configured in the system and allows you to add, edit, and remove timeframes. To add a timeframe, click on Add Timeframe. Then enter in the name for the business hours or holiday. Choose one of the when options, always, days of the week and times, or specific date ranges. Select the days of the week you'd like to apply the time frame to. Then use the sliders to adjust the times. Click Save to save your changes. Music on Hold tab. You can assign and configure the music callers here when placed on hold. You can use the default system music or upload custom audio files to be played. The Music on Hold tab shows all the files that are a part of the Music on Hold feature. Here you can add, edit, and delete Music on Hold files, change the order in which they are played, or randomize the playing of those files. You can also add interjecting messages to be played to callers while they're on hold. On the Inventory tab, you can manage your phone numbers and phone hardware. You can easily see where the phone numbers are routed to. For example, in the treatment column, you can quickly see if the phone number is routed to a user, an auto attendant, or call queue. To edit a phone number, select it and choose from any of the following options. For example, here you can add a caller ID prefix, which will prepend the characters to the caller ID that displays for anyone who calls into this number. Call History tab. In the Call History tab, you can review, filter, and export call logs for greater analysis. Click Filters to apply the specific parameters you might be looking for. You can search for calls in a particular time, for a specific user or phone number, and even narrow it down by call type. Once you've applied your filter, you can access the available recording. No. Recordings are not enabled on accounts by default. This must be requested. Typically, the recordings are available for 30 days after the time of the call. To listen to a particular recording, click here and then click Play. Included in the ITS VoIP web portal is a Softphone client that allows you to make and receive calls from your desktop. Click here to launch the Softphone. From the Softphone client, you can see a list of statuses of your contacts in your organization. You can check your voicemail and your call history, and use instant messaging to quickly and easily communicate with coworkers. place a call using the Softphone, click the plus icon, and then select the dial pad and enter the phone number you would like to call. Contacts. In the contacts pane of the web portal, you can chat, place phone calls, and send text messages to outside phone numbers if texting has been set up on your account. To internally message a coworker, find the contact and click the message icon. Type your message and hit enter. Click the phone icon next to a user to initiate a call. When this option is selected, your phone will begin to ring. When you answer, a call will automatically be placed out to the selected party. You may want to send a text message to an external phone number. You can do this within the chat window by selecting the messages icon in the upper right-hand corner. With this feature, you can send a text message to customers using the office phone number. Enter in the number you would like to message, type your message, and click enter to send. Attendant Console. You can access the Attendant Console from here. This feature is helpful for receptionists because it provides an easy-to-use interface for managing calls. You can see the status of each extension in your organization. Live calls for your extensions appear on the right-hand side. When a live call comes in, you can perform basic actions such as hold, transfer, park, and end call. Note, the ability to answer calls only works when using a desk phone, not a soft phone such as the web phone.